Hey, Kingdom couples.
Hey, Kingdom couples. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you.
It's an exciting topic we got today. And hope everyone's had a great day and a great week. And
Yes.
who's excited for the weekend?
Yes, I'm excited for this weekend and next week. And next weekend is a longer weekend.
July 4th.
4th of July
4th of
weekend.
July,
So I'm
4th.
already looking forward to that because most people have off.
Friday.
I have that Friday off, so.
Yep. So let us know if you got July 4th or you got a long vacation coming up,
Right.
what your plans are. But our plans for tonight, you ready?
I'm ready. I think this is going to be a fun one. I anticipate this to be a fun episode. I see you keep peeking at my notes.
I'm just so excited about
Yeah,
what you got to
don't
talk
peek.
about.
I'm gonna turn my laptop. I got my notes right here. I'm gonna turn my laptop because I feel like he's trying to peek, try to get his answers ready. I got my You explain it because you came up with it. Boom, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, can we welcome back Naisha Simone? She's been gone for 2 episodes. We got Naisha back in the house.
I am back, y'all.
She's a busy woman, hard to track her down. You best find Naisha at the airport at a terminal
Gosh.
if you want to have a conversation with her.
There's no place like home. Listen, I'm glad to be home. Let me just say that.
So we're glad to have you back.
Yeah, I was tuning in to you last weekend.
She was tuning in. There we go.
Yeah, it was good. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I tuned in for a good portion. It was good.
All right,
Some
there
good
you
stuff
go.
you had going on there.
All right, yep. And tonight we are doing 5 things every woman, every wife wants her husband to be doing. So
first of all, this is kind of heavy because I feel like I'm speaking for the women. I know
Well,
it's gonna be at least a couple of them like she can't speak for me.
Well,
That's not what I want.
we did make a post about an hour ago.
Oh goodness.
Letting everybody to make their posts and so they can tune in. But also, yeah, if you're checking out the live, put it in the comments now. Let us know what are some things you want your husband to be doing, or you
Right.
feel like every woman, every wife wants her husband to be doing. So tonight we're gonna hear from Naisha.
Right. I'm gonna try my best to incorporate what I feel women want. I'm trying to take into consideration conversations I've had with wives. And I'm not just going to throw it all on everybody else. I think I'm speaking for myself too, obviously,
Okay.
when I say these things, Mr. Barton. So your ears should be perked up more than anybody else. But I do think there's a strong consensus, at least amongst a lot of these things I'm going to say tonight, amongst women. And you could probably verify to some of the things I'm going to say, like, yeah, I've heard women say this, or I've heard men say their wives say this, or whatever.
Absolutely.
And so that's why we want to hear from you, whether you watch this live or later. Let us know in the comments if any of these resonate with you, or you got a brand new list. We'll love to hear it, because maybe
Yeah.
on your list, I'm like, oh, yes, girl, that too,
Exactly.
This started out as 5, but as I was thinking about it, I did my list in like 5 minutes. I'm like, oh, I got this after he came up with
Only
the topic.
5 minutes?
Somewhere around there. And then later on, I was like, I'm going to add one more. So no, it's not
It's not even 5, it's 6.
it's 6 now, right?
Leave
So
it to
it's not
Naisha.
like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not an all-inclusive list by any means. And I'm not even going to go in order of importance. I'm just reading off the things that I came up with. I'm not categorizing like this is most important. They're all important
They're all important.
from my perspective, and I think from a lot of wives' perspective. So
Awesome. And the other half of this is I have to present how I'm going to implement her 5 wishes.
yeah, respond to it. Like respond to
Demands.
It's not demands, it's a wish list.
It's a wish list?
Yeah. And then the thing is, next week we're going to switch roles, and he's going to come up with 5 things or 6 that
Or 10.
that husbands, oh Lord, he might come with 15, that husbands want their wives to know, and then I will respond to it. So
Yeah.
the wives are first, ladies first, as always.
Ladies
So,
first.
boom.
All right. So what's number 1 on your list?
Oh, so let's dive into it. All right. So number 1, in no
1.
particular order,
No particular
what
order.
I feel like a lot of wives want their husbands to be doing is listening
Ooh.
to her when she is expressing herself. Now, we already know. I'm not talking about listen to every single thing that she's saying in the sense of she's leading this family. Listen to her direction, listen to this or that. No, I'm not talking about that. But when a woman is like expressing herself to her husband, she wants to feel like he's actually listening and taking this seriously and importantly as to her feelings. Because as you know, God made us very emotional creatures, people rather. And, you know, it's important to us when we feel like we need to express ourselves. We need to get something off our chest. But if, you know, our husband is not really paying us any attention, looking down at the phone, yeah, I hear you, or coming off as like, oh, here we go again. Like, we want eye contact. We want those phones down. We want, like, you to really be letting us know that, hey, I'm listening to you. You know, I hear you. And ultimately make the changes that we're talking about. If we're expressing our heart, this is something that's important to us, and we want to see, like, some action behind it. So the first one I put is listen. I feel like I speak for a lot of women. We want to be heard. We want you to listen.
Amen. Amen. I'm not surprised. that came out, that's on the list. It came out first. And I do think she's probably is going by most important. But just by if listening is number one. But yeah, I think it's a great number one, listening. It might even make my list. Who knows? But I can understand listening, just being on the list because your wife wants to feel heard. Everyone wants to feel heard, but especially your wife.
Right.
Because she's communicating her desires, her emotions, her heart. She's communicating that to you.
Yeah.
And she wants you, she desires, and she expects you to act on that.
Right.
And then it's your job, it's your duty, it's my duty as a husband to not only like listen, but to actively listen. Listen. You mentioned like phones down, you know what I mean? So if you're
like, go ahead. Be like, honey, I want to talk to you about something. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. So if she's talking, I want to make sure that I put my phone down. I'm making eye contact. I probably not going to lose any points if I take some notes. Whatever I got to do to show this woman I'm listening to her. And then it doesn't stop there. I have to then go and implement whatever she's talking about. I have to go and seek the Lord. Lord, all right, how we going to do this? Give me guidance. And just make sure I'm putting into action what she said, because she's ultimately communicating what's on her heart, her mind, and her soul, and what she needs in this day, this season of her life.
Right.
So yeah, I understand. I get that. I understand that. I think that's a good number one.
Yeah. Apologize in advance. Pregnant Nation probably is going to be yawning this whole time because I am very sleepy, exhausted.
Very
I probably
sleepy.
already yawned 5 times, so just
Very
know it's
sleepy.
probably going to keep going. So yeah, all right. So that was really good. Thank you.
Pregnant Nation.
See? All right. Number 2. Wives want affection.
Okay.
Affection. Whatever their preference is, a combination of it. They want to hear, I love you. They want to hug. They want to kiss often. They want to feel like their husband is being affectionate towards them. Yep. Not like this roommate, we just live together vibe. Like, no, like grab her hand, show her affection, like hug her, give her a kiss, you know, tell her I love her, tell her I love you, you know, throughout the day as often as you possibly can. So affection.
All right. Yeah. So just like her first one, she put listening. Every woman wants to feel heard. Every woman wants to feel loved. Yeah. Right. The one of the few commands the Lord gave us in His Word, gave husbands, was to love your wife.
Right.
Love her. Now she talked about how she feels loved. Your wife is going to be different than my wife. Naisha, I got to take into consideration her, her love language, quality time. Spend time with her. I'll show some type of physical affection. A kiss, hand holding, just listening is a form of love as well. Not just listening, but acting on what she said is a form of love. And doing what she says. But I think it's important because your wife wants to feel loved. She wants to feel love from her husband,
right?
As well,
right?
Because
on from her husband.
Yeah, from her husband. Because one, she can't get anywhere else,
right?
And two, it just means that much more when it comes, when it comes from her husband.
Come on.
So husbands, remember when you was first pursuing her. And you was texting, you was talking, you was putting the cologne on.
Words. You was smooth with the words.
You was smooth, you know what I mean? Baby, I'll take care of you. You never got any more worries. That whole thing, you know what I mean? Make sure you're in full pursuit of your wife at all times. And just something Nation loves to say, just love on me. Just love me. Just love on your wife. Just love on her. If there's anything, your wife is, at least Nation's, communicating. They want to feel heard and they want to be loved.
Absolutely. I think this is pretty simple so far. I don't think women really ask her too much.
I
think we get negative stigma that we just ask her too much and we can never be understood. Just love on us. That's all.
Just love on us.
When my husband says, "What am I going to do with you, Nation?" I'll be like, "Just love on me."
Just love on me.
That's my response.
She's not lying.
All right, number 3. We want our husband to initiate date nights. Period. Okay. Have it planned out from A to Z. All right? All we want you to do is tell us what time to be ready. We want you to already have the babysitter planned out. We want you to already, listen, this is where we going. This is what time we coming back home. I made reservations. Take that initiative. All right? To show your lady, like, I want to take you out. I want some alone time with you. Like, that's just going to make her feel like $1,000,000.
Yeah.
Like, my husband did that a couple weeks ago. I was one of the first ones I wasn't on a couple weeks ago. I was getting my hair done. He was like, "Oh, yeah, I got my sister coming over and we're going out to eat tonight. We're going on the date. I'm taking you out." I'm like, "What?" And I'm already getting my hair done. Okay. Like, this was playing perfectly. Okay. We can roll with it. So It just makes you feel special. It makes you feel like, like you're treating her like a treasure, like a prize, so.
Man, yeah, I love what you just said. Prize. Remember, that she was the prize. When you was pursuing her, she was the prize.
That you just had to have.
That you just had to have. And now that you got her, you have her.
You just throw it to the side.
Don't throw it to the side like some old shoes. You got to continue to pursue your wife.
Like, how was she the prize back then, but now she ain't?
Because sometimes contentment, right?
Sometimes
husbands, they don't, they kind of lose lose sight of the value of their wife. They don't look at their wife as a treasure anymore. But your wife is still that treasure. She's still that diamond. She's still that fine thing that you had to have.
There it is.
That you just begged the Lord, give her to me, give her to me. But now that you got her, you're not treating her right anymore. But you have to continue to pursue your wife in the simple things, like a date night.
Yeah.
And so, get a babysitter. If you need a babysitter, schedule a babysitter. Throw $50 at somebody to watch your kids, somebody you trust, obviously.
Talk to your wife about, ahead of time, what are some people that you wouldn't mind watching our kids while we go on a date one day? Yeah. And already have that in your back pocket, already write that down. Yeah. And so that when that time comes, here come the old lady across the street that owns 100 cats talk about she come, ain't no wife, like, I ain't going nowhere. I ain't leaving my kids with this lady. Like, have that discussion ahead of time. That's also taking initiative.
Yeah, absolutely. Start talking about things you want to do with your wife in the future. That way, when you tell her, "Hey, I want to take you out on a date," she's like, "All right, who's watching our kids?" You want her to be at peace.
Right. You don't want her to be at the date like, we got to go. We got to go.
Yeah, absolutely not. So, have, who, when, where,
Yeah.
These are some important questions you need to have answered and have answered for your wife so she can have a peace of mind and enjoy herself. But the big thing is just make sure you're pursuing your wife and putting the time in and listening to your wife's always going to tell you what's on her heart and her mind. Mm-hmm. So if you listen, and you'll be able to identify and, kind of, get the perfect date going on for her.
Absolutely. Yeah. So that was number 3. Number 4, priority. Women want to feel like they are a priority to their husbands, And another thing I wrote down is she wants to feel like there's nobody else on her level. Like, you have her, obviously God first, but there's nobody else. Like, she is the priority in your life. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't want to feel like she has to compete for your time or your attention. Like, she knows her husband prioritizes her. That is going to make that woman feel like $1 million, as she should. So women want to feel prioritized in their marriage, not as the last result. I get to you if I got time. I'm putting everybody else's needs above yours. Oh, the neighbor needs me. I'm doing this. Oh, my dad needs me. My uncle needs me. My brother needs me. My sister needs me. My mom. Everybody needs you. My work need me to stay late. And she basically gets no time, no attention. Yeah. She doesn't feel like a priority. She feel like you could kind of take her or leave her. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like, you be better off without me. You don't have no time for me. Yeah. So she wants to feel like a priority.
Yeah, amen. If there's one way you can show your life, show your wife that you love her, is by prioritizing her, making time for her,
right,
showing affection to her, and noticing the little things about her and building her up. These are all different things you should be doing and you can't be doing to show your wife that she's number one, right? You have the Lord, right?
Right. But nobody taking that place.
Yeah, you got the Lord, obviously, but then it's your wife. Who else is going to be,
who comes before that?
Who? You know what I mean? I'm not saying you can't do things for other people, but if you're constantly, your wife is constantly, getting the back seat, right? She's always getting the leftovers
there it is.
Of your time, your energy, your focus, your money.
Right.
How important is she realistically going to feel?
On.
You have to, show her that, once again, you are a prize. Right. Baby, you are the prize.
Okay.
You are the prize. You know what I mean? Show her that, because once again, we go back to, when you was dating and you was courting, she said, you asked her out on a Friday, Saturday night, and she said yes. You said, boys, I can't meet with y'all. I'm done. I can't meet with y'all.
Exactly.
She said yes. So we have it in our hearts, in our capacity as men to be like, I'm sorry, I got a date. I got a date.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's how we should be feeling, each day. Now I get it. I work. I got a child. I get it. Life can get busy and tiring, but don't forget about your wife.
Plan it out if you have to. Put it on your calendar for that month. This is you taking initiative and showing it's important to you. Yeah. Be like, on this day, if your wife likes surprise her, or if she doesn't, tell her ahead of time, on this day, I'm taking you out on a date. Yeah. So that way, throughout the month, when people ask you, can you do this on this day? Can you be here? Don't be afraid to say, no, I'm spending time with my wife. Yeah. Like, be okay with vocalizing that. No, I'm spending time with my husband. Because people are going to let you know what their commitments are and why they can't be here or there. It's okay to be like, no. Actually, we need to normalize that more, especially as Christian couples. Yeah. No, I am prioritizing my marriage in this moment. Mm-hmm. I could do it maybe next weekend. I could do it maybe on this day. Yeah, I can link up with you. I would love to link up with you. But this day, this time, because if you get in the habit of doing that, you're going to always feel comfortable pushing your spouse to the side and giving them the leftover time. You know what I'm saying? So if it has to be like, I scheduled this day, this time, everything else got to be scheduled around it. Like my husband said, I'm not saying don't help people, but not to the extent where your spouse feels like they're getting your leftover time or energy, because that's backwards. That's not the way it's supposed to be.
That's right. And, real quick, some things you can prioritize your wife on top of other things is your job, is your parents, your siblings, your children, and yourself. Because these are all different things that, you know, we can easily prioritize in front of our wife.
Especially our kids. It's so
Yeah.
easy. They live in the house with us.
And
they have these needs, obviously.
yeah, obviously you got to take care of your kids.
Right.
I'm not saying don't take care of your kids.
Right,
You know, I'm not
yeah.
saying go out on a date and your kids are stinking, they need a bath, they ain't ate, you know what I
Right.
mean? They got poopy. No, take care of your kids.
Right.
But also take care of your wife.
Right.
You know what I mean? Take care of them and make sure you put that woman first, you know, second next to God, after God.
Right, exactly.
Amen.
Amen.
How we doing?
We're doing good. We're doing good. We're getting through it. So, number 5 is your woman wants to feel protected by you.
Amen.
There's a
Amen.
big part of us that God put in us that desires and craves and requires safety. You know what I'm saying? And we want to feel like you treasure us and we are something that you protect. You protect our feelings. You protect us physically, you know what I'm saying, spiritually, emotionally, in all those different ways. So we just want, basically it comes to feeling safe. Like we want to feel safe and protected by our husbands. You know what I'm saying?
Amen. I feel like, you know, if most husbands, when they hear their wife saying, I don't feel protected, I think most people are going to instantly think physically. But, I mean, if you think about it, I'm not saying all cases, but in the most cases, you're fine physically. You know, the majority of people ain't trying to beat you down. You know what I mean? And, you know, people ain't trying to break into your house, you know, things like that. What she's really talking about is emotionally, mentally, and spiritually.
Right.
And how she feels secure, how valuable she feels overall. And, you know, does she overall feel, you know, kind of like protected, but not in the sense of like she's scared for her life, but like, do you really value me? Do you care for me?
Treasure me. Right, exactly.
And these are different things as husbands we got to tap into, because it's easy for us to be like, well, you look fine to me. You ain't got no blemishes. You good. Ain't nobody coming after you. You good. You know, as guys, we you know, sometimes we get like tunnel vision, or the vision ends right there from a physical standpoint. You good? You living in this big old nice? What's up? Driving a nice car? Which you know, you feel protected. You good? But she's not even talking about physical from a physical standpoint. She's talking about emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Are you praying for her? Are you protecting her feelings? Are you protecting her mind?
Right.
Are you know? Or are you the one causing her to go crazy?
Right. Are you one exactly?
Like, how are you protecting your wife?
Right.
And prioritizing her and loving her and listening to her. These are all different ways you protect your wife. And so when she says, I feel secure, right? She's out with her girl. She's out with her sister or whatever. She's like, I feel secure. I feel safe. I promise you, she's not just talking about physically.
No.
She's talking about basically every other way but physically.
Very deep.
On a deeper level.
On a deeper level.
You know, she feels very secure, right?
Yeah.
So I think as guys, we have to do our best to make sure we're tapping into the other factors that are not just from a physical standpoint. Because obviously, like I said, you know, altercations ain't really happening on a day-to-day, the week-to-week.
Right.
You know, for the most part. She's talking about from a mental, emotional, and spiritual standpoint.
Exactly. And the thing is, we naturally just protect things that we feel are valuable.
Yeah.
Right? That's why people have safes in their houses. They have codes. We got a, code to get into our own house, because the people in here are valuable and we have valuables. If it wasn't valuable, we just open the door to the neighborhood. Anybody can walk in and out, but there's a reason why we protect things that are valuable. So it's like, if you see the value in your wife, if you treasure her, it's easy to protect it. You know what I'm saying? Protect. You don't want nobody coming in disturbing her peace. You don't want nobody, you don't want to be the cause of disturbing her peace.
No.
You know, you make sure that things are in order so that she feels that protection at all times.
Amen.
And so that's kind of where I'm speaking on behalf of the women and coming from that standpoint. And so then I came up with a number 6.
I said 5. She gave me 6.
Just like a woman, right, y'all? Like we just sometimes we don't follow the rules all the time, you know. So this number 6 is just a bonus. Just take it like that.
A
so
bonus.
I did 5, but this is a bonus.
All right.
This one free, guys. This is for the guys. It's free.
That's free.
Number 5 is the woman in your life. I guaranteed you, she wants to feel appreciated. I guaranteed you that she feels that she gives and pours out so much for the family. Even if it's just husband and wife in the house, maybe you don't even have children. She is giving of herself into that marriage, and when tonight we're focused on the women. That's why we're saying wife. Next week is the husband. I'm not saying that your husband isn't, or that you feel that he isn't, but you feel that you are pouring in a lot. If you have kids, you really feel like you pouring in a lot, taking care of the kids, and maybe being, just really hands-on. Whatever you do in your household, whatever you do for the family. Well, and you just want to feel appreciated for what you do. Thank you. However you feel appreciated, maybe your husband come home and just bring you some chocolate and just saying thank you, bring you some flowers, or sending you a nice text, leaving a nice note on the refrigerator for you to wake up to. Just something or ongoing to let you know that, hey, I see you and I appreciate what you're doing for this marriage, what you're doing for this family. I love you. I appreciate you. Just feeling appreciated. I feel like talking to a lot of women just don't feel appreciated in their marriage and in their households for what they pour out on a day-to-day basis. They don't even get a simple thank you,
Amen. Yeah, that's right. It's funny because we have this thing at work that it's literally called appreciation, and you can send people, these points, and you can recognize them.
I have one at work too. It's fun.
Yeah,
I actually have to do it on Monday. It expires at the end of the month.
Yeah, you can recognize literally anyone in the company for anything that they did for company value, and I think it's really cool because when you get, I got one this week, right? When you get an appreciation note. And you get those 200 little points that you can put towards Dunkin' Donuts or whatever, you just feel so good and valued inside.
Yeah.
And so just think about that. That's from a work perspective.
Right.
Think how much more your wife is going to feel when you appreciate her.
Right.
Right? Now, obviously, you're probably not sending her 200 points or something, but it could be a card. It could be, like she said, some chocolate. It could be quality time. It could be literally anything.
At the end of the day, give her a foot massage and just tell her thank you.
Foot massage,
what can I do?
thank you.
Run you a bath. Just something to let her know I see you. I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Absolutely. And there's so many different ways you can show your wife that you appreciate her. And if you're really listening, no one knows how to appreciate her better than you do.
Boom. There it is.
So I highly, highly suggest and recommend that you listen to what your wife is saying, because she's giving you some keys on how you can show her how you appreciate her, how you can protect her, how you can love her, and how you can listen to her.
Right. That's it. I think this was a very reasonable list. I don't think it adds up to $1 million or nothing. I don't think women are asking for $1 million or nothing fancy. Just love. That's it.
Just love.
Just love, appreciation. So that was me speaking on behalf of women and myself. I would love to hear your comments in the chat. What you think, what you would add, what's more valuable to you. We may look at your list and be like, yes, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, that's a good
So
one.
it's a good one. So feel free to share. We love to have that interaction with you all. And y'all, we are at 97 episodes.
Yeah.
Can y'all believe this? We started in 2021 doing Marriage Talk, and we are
I think it
almost...
was in the summer, too.
I think it was in the summer. We have made it to 97 episodes by the grace of God. We are just 3 episodes away from 100. And so just so you all know, we are in the planning stages of trying to plan a summer Kingdom Couples event that will, one, celebrate 100 episodes, as well as just be, because we like to do at least like a summer or fall time event. In the fall, our baby boy will be here, so we want to do it in the summer. So we're going to do an event. We're in the planning stages. If you have any ideas, please, and even if you think it's something simple, shoot us a text, a message.
Yeah.
Let us know. We're starting from scratch here. We can use all the ideas and support that we possibly can. We're trying to make it big. We're trying to make it nice, fun for everybody, memorable. And again, we want to use it as a time to celebrate 100 episodes. And you're a part of that celebration because many of you have been on here. Even if it was here and there, you have participated, you have commented. If you have even clicked on for 1 second, we thank you. You have left one comment, engaged with other people on here, shared the video, whatever. You've been a part of this journey, and we just want to take a moment to celebrate that, celebrate you, and have a good time.
Amen.
So that's coming. We're looking at August for a weekend to do that. And so more details to come on that. But this was fun.
This was a great time.
This was great. And I'm looking forward to the man next week. Just like him, I don't know what list he's going to come up with. I'm not going to ask him ahead of time. I'm going to be surprised. And I'm going to take it in. I'm going to respond. And I think it's going to be fun. So that will be episode 98 on next week.
Yep.
Lord's willing.
Lord's willing.
And we are... Oh, wait. Next Friday is the 4th of July.
So.
We're not going to be on the 4th of July. So we're not going to have... Y'all, I'm just being honest. We're going to have our feet up eating some barbecue or something. So the next week, which I think is the 11th, will be episode 98. All right? So count on the 98 episode being on July the 11th.
So I got 2 weeks to think about it.
That ain't even fair because I didn't even get 12 hours on my topic. But I think it came out great. So we'll come back then. We won't be on next Friday because it is the 4th of July.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome.
All right. Well, we love you all. Have a great night, and we'll see you on the next episode of Marriage Talk. Bye.